This is MMA Surge. Welcome to the fight analysis and breakdown of UFC 153's main event, Anderson Silva vs. Stephan Bonnar in a light heavyweight matchup. Anderson Silva came up from the 185-pound division where he holds the title to the 205-pound division. He actually weighed in at 202 pounds, 3 pounds under the weight class, while Stephan Bonnar weighed in right at 205 and probably walked into the ring about 225, 230, being a much bigger opponent. So the fight began with Stephan Bonnar getting right in Anderson Silva's face, working some clinch work, some dirty boxing, but Anderson was able to stay cool, stay calm, trip up Stefan, land a very nice knee to the solar plex, dropping Stefan, was able to jump on him, throw some punches, and finish the fight early in the first round. So in this episode, I'm going to show you guys 3 techniques Anderson was able to use during the fight to lead him up to the finish, which I'm also going to break down. First one, Anderson was able to do these shoulder strikes. Stefan did a really good job of being right up on Anderson, covering a lot of space and not really letting Anderson use his height and his size. As you can see, when Anderson gets himself in a clinch position, he's able to use these nicely timed shoulder strikes to make it a little bit annoying to be in the clinch with him and also just very uncomfortable. The second technique Anderson Silva used in this fight, which is somewhat of a mental technique, is something he's used against Forrest Griffin, Yushin Okaman, and Chael Sonnen. It's when he puts his hands down at his side and he invites you in to throw strikes. This is really frustrating because you know Anderson's a very skilled opponent, and to throw strikes in with his hands down is a little scary. He's the type of person that if he's putting his hands down, he's doing it for a reason. So he was able to sit here, anticipate some punches coming at him, do some dodging, and really open up a fight. This is a big changing point in the fight, especially mentally. The third technique, which was somewhat the beginning of the end, was Stefan got an underhook on Anderson Silva. What Anderson did, he did an overhook, and with his free hand, he grabbed the wrist. Something you really don't see very often. Anderson's the type of guy, if you're fighting him and he starts doing something you've never felt before, it becomes a little scary that you start thinking, are you getting set up or something? Are you getting baited? When Anderson does something a little different, you think it could be possibly something scary or a fight ending, which it was. So it was this overhook wrist position that was pretty much the beginning of the end for Stefan. It was Anderson who used an outside trip, dropped Stefan to the mat, sent him flying across the cage, where Anderson jumped on him, landed a knee strike to the solar plex, dropping him, ending him up in fetal position. Anderson stood over and just finished him. What Stefan could have done differently was, Anderson's the type of guy you can't turn your back to him. There was a spot where Stefan fell. He had a choice to either turn around or get back at Anderson. He chose to turn around. Anderson jumped on him, and that's pretty much how he won the fight. What Stefan could have done differently was, he could have went right back at Anderson, dive on a leg, throw an up kick, just get back up and get back into the punching. See, you can't give Anderson space. That's pretty much how Stefan lost the fight. You beat Anderson by taking space away. Chael Sonnen gave us the blueprint on how to beat Anderson, and you just have to follow it. You have to grind out Anderson and win a 5-round decision. So that was our UFC 153 fight breakdown and analysis of the Anderson Silva and Stephan Bonnar fight. Make sure you check out our other recap of all the fights on the card, as well as all of our other mixed martial arts videos. I'm the Squid, this is MMA Surge, have a good night.